Hello, everyone. Welcome back to the channel. Today, we're breaking down our 1 week review of Avowed, Obsidian's newest open world RPG. I was really excited about this game because it kind of looked like it was going to give a modern take on the classic Skyrim vibe. But sadly, after spending about 25 hours in this world, I've got some strong mixed feelings. Let's talk about everything that I liked, some of the things I didn't like, and if I will be returning or if I'd recommend this game to anyone. As just mentioned, this game was from Obsidian Games, the developers who brought us such games as Outer Worlds 2, Grounded, and of course, the Fallout New Vegas, which is one of the most famous Fallouts of all time. This game, Avowed, took place in the world of Pillars of Eternity. It wasn't like that game, as that was a top down, but this was a game that took place in that world. And right from the start, I noticed a couple of things that I was like, oh, this is not going to succeed on the Skyrim vibe. But we're getting ahead of ourselves. Let's start this video off with some of the things that I really, truly did enjoy about this. So for starters, I played this game on PC, on keyboard and mouse. It does have an option to play on a controller, and although I did intend to try this game on controller before I made this review, I never got around to it because one of the best positive things is that this game it felt really good on mouse and keyboard. The movement was really clean. The button mapping was super convenient, right? Like sometimes you'll have to stretch your hand really far and press the U key on your keyboard or the O key while you're in combat and stuff. No, this game really didn't do that. I can tell they put some thought and design into the button mapping on mouse and keyboard. And it just overall games like this sometimes they feel better on mouse and keyboard than they do on controller. That being said, the combat in Avowed felt really unique and enjoyable. It's not like your typical fast-paced actions hack and slash. Instead, it kind of requires you to not necessarily think about what you're doing. You can just spam the attacks if you want, but the pace in which your attacks come out is not what you might think in a game like this. Once you get the hang of it, it really does become a fun mechanic, and I felt myself wanting to do more fights as the game progressed because it was just enjoyable to attack things. Something in this game that I'm not really sure if it was intentional or not was I found the game had a lot of dry humor. I don't know if I'll be able to show exactly what I mean on screen. You might just have to play for it yourself or play it yourself. But as someone who really enjoys dry humor, and I would probably say that's my favorite type of humor, this game had a ton of it. And my only concern is that it wasn't done intentionally. But very early on in the game, you get a companion, and I think he's really funny. I think a lot of the dialogue that he says, again, whether it's meant to be funny or not, it comes off as a like a chuckle, and I found myself doing that chuckling quite a bit for the first couple of hours of this game. And while we're talking about voice acting, I have to say the voice acting in this game it's genuinely impressive. It brings the characters to life, but in 2025, if you're paying $70 for a video game, the least you can expect is good voice acting. So I don't know if that's really a positive for the game or if that's just to be expected nowadays. I expect it in most of the games that I play, but it was interesting to see the what do you call it? I don't know how you say it. The like the lips didn't always match up when the people were talking when they were saying things. Very old video gamey like, but the voice acting was really good. Another thing that was impressive to me was the visuals and the sound. But again, if you're paying $70 for this experience, then that's kind of the least you could expect. So, although it was impressive, if I'm paying $70, it better be. Despite the stellar voice acting, every cutscene and dialogue sequence really felt like it was taking forever. It just drags on over and over and over, and most of them I would say are over 3 minutes. By the 15-hour mark of this game, I found myself just skipping every single cutscene and dialogue options. I just didn't care about anymore. I just wanted to get back to the combat and back to the game. It felt like it really took me out of the gameplay when I had to spend 3 minutes choosing options for decisions that ultimately I felt didn't really impact the game at all. So that was something I really wish they had done differently. I feel like a lot of games are trending towards this, which is kind of scary, not scary, but disappointing to see just because, cutscenes, if you're not going to make them, very cinematic, a simple cutscene with an NPC should be like two options max. Like, you need help, I'll help you. What do you need? Like that sort of thing. In this game, it really felt like they were trying to overwhelm you with lore and stories by, you know, the dialogue, and I just was not a fan of it. The game world felt notably empty. The cities and the environment seemed like they were missing about 60% more people and things. I mean, there was countless of times where you're walking around cities or the open world where there's just nothing. Like there's trees and grass or there's buildings, but that's it. I'm not sure what would have fixed this problem. Maybe the entire world could have been made smaller, but it really the emptiness broke the immersion for me, and it really kind of made it hard for me to get fully hooked. Ultimately, an open world RPG game like Avowed should lock its jaws into you early. It should keep you wanting to come back for more and more. Instead, throughout my playthrough of Avowed, I kept comparing my experience to my favorite memories of Skyrim. And while I was playing this game, to be honest, all I wanted to do was go back and play more of Kingdom Come Deliverance 2, a game that has successfully done that to me already this year, and a game I would much rather be spending my time with. So, does this game compare to any other game I've played this year? Well, it does, but the negative side of things, not the positive. For a $70 game in 2025, it simply doesn't deliver the immersion experience I hoped for. I can't really recommend this game to anyone for $70, and I don't think I'll be playing this game much more after this video. However, thoughts are thoughts and opinions are opinions. So I'm excited to know what yours are down in the comments. Did you enjoy this game? Are you still playing this game? Do you think this game could be the modern Skyrim, maybe after the modders get their hands on it? Let me know in the comments down below. But thanks for watching my review. I hope you enjoyed your time here. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe, and I will see you guys in the next one.